It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Kitchenland USA, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey there, good morning to you on Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. We're going to start out with some news.
Yeah, here we go. She's not the first. Now a second lawsuit has come against Silver Dollar City after a train derailment incident there in 2022. The woman says that she was left with injuries back in October of 2022. You'll remember when the train derailed there. A woman, Pamela Leach, says she was violently thrown from the train as it tipped over. She is asking for $50,000 in damages. She says she hurt her right shoulder, arm, wrist, hand, hip, neck, and back. It was a busy weekend in the Missouri Capitol building. Governor Kehoe officially signed 3 of the bills that they have been working on during the special session that they've been in. Senate Bill 1, 3, and 4 all passed and now have the governor's signature as of Saturday. Senate Bill 1 gives $100 million to statewide disaster recovery efforts, including up in St. Louis, where they had the big tornado. Senate Bill 3 is designed to help Missouri keep the Chiefs and Royals in the state of Missouri with some money toward potential stadium investments. And Senate Bill 4 streamlines emergency housing relief for Missourians who are impacted by disasters.
All right. Well, still things to go there. We'll see how it all shakes out once it's finished. It looks likely that all of Springfield public school buses will have air conditioning by next year. How about that? The district will buy 6 used school buses that already have AC, and then will retrofit their remaining buses to add air conditioning to a tune of almost $700,000.
Okay. Springfield could see one of the top 5 wettest Aprils, or wettest years, I should say, on record, primarily because of April. We have seen close to 30 inches of rainfall this year. Most of that was in April, 13 inches in Springfield in April. Can you imagine just that month alone? That's the wettest April ever recorded. And because of that, with May following suit, May had 7.5 inches of rain. So when you total it up around 30 inches for the year, if we keep that pace, we're going to set even more records of wetness.
Yeah, it has been damp. On the flip side, I haven't had to use sprinklers, so that's nice. My grass is still green. So
that's a plus.
I know at some point it won't be.
Yes, this is not a plus, though. Speaking of all the rainfall, I-44 yesterday was flooded basically between Marshfield and Conway. So once you pass Marshfield, you keep heading towards St. Louis, you'll get to Conway there in Webster County. Drivers were basically at a standstill because the water was over the road because of all the flooding. I've seen that happen before personally, so I know it's not unprecedented. But if you do need to head out early this morning, make sure that you check the latest on MoDOT's traveler map. You can do that and see if you need to find an alternate way around.
Yeah, hopefully it was just flash flooding that was up quick and then down quick.
That's typically the case. Yeah. But I've definitely seen it over I-44 once or twice before.
Yeah, worth checking. The Ozarks Transportation Organization is hoping for your feedback to try to improve transportation across the Ozarks from now through 2029. So a little window there. It's a master plan, if you will. They will present federal, state, and local projects for roads, sidewalks in the area, even the airport. There's a big project going on there to take out the carpet. You can weigh in now through June 16th at ozarkstransportation.org.
Through July 16th.
Oh, yeah. What did I say?
Yeah. You said June 16th, which is today. So, yeah, you don't want to just have today. So you have 1 month, basically, 1 month to go on to ozarkstransportation.org. I, for one, have already gone on there to talk about bike accessibility. I would love to be able to ride my bike all over the town. I got spoiled in San Francisco because everybody rides their bike everywhere they go. And I kind of loved it. So anyway,
I was going to say something funny about San Francisco right there, but I chose not to.
Okay. That sounds dangerous.
I'm thinking about saying it.
You taking the high road?
Maybe. I'm still considering it.
No, you should do that.
Okay, I probably will. I
Yeah.
had a good one, though. It was going to be a good one.
Yeah.
It would be a
I
real.
believe that to be true about you, but you better not.
Yeah. All right. Bah humbug. Now to Republic City leadership there is closing Farm Road 99 from Farm Road 182 to Farm Road 186. You follow that?
I gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
Farm Road 99 is closed, and the stretch that is closed is between 182 and 186.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a visual I needed with the hand gestures.
Thank you.
The stretch will be closed today and all week long, starting today. Crews are having to make some repairs because of stormwater damage. The road will be accessible only for residents along that stretch and emergency vehicles. So figure out a detour.
Absolutely.
And then there's this. The new shopping and restaurant center on West Sunshine is getting closer and closer to being fully opened. It's called the Sunshine Town Center. And if you drive by, you will notice that the new Olive Garden looks done by the naked eye. It will open on June 23rd. They are hiring now, so they need to staff it, but it's ready to go otherwise. Blue Currant is also going in there. They're hiring as well. And, of course, the Target behind that is being built as we speak. No word exactly on when the opening day for that will be, but that's still a little ways off.
Mm-hmm. All right. I saw this on Around the Ozarks, the event calendar. If you go to aroundtheozarks.com, it is a good event calendar indeed. And this one just caught my eye because I thought it sounded cool. What is happening right now? And then there's a second session later in the summer in July. It's called the Young Bakers Camp. It's being held at the Pickwick and Cherry Kitchen. So a cute little area.
Yeah.
And it's a week-long camp for 10 to 16-year-olds who love to bake.
Oh.
And they're going to learn everything from breads, pretzels, croissants, pastries, cakes, cookies, and have a blast doing it. So
delicious.
I know. I just decided to check out aroundtheozarks.com, look at some upcoming events, and that was one of them. And I thought, well, isn't that fancy dancy?
Yeah, never heard of that one before.
Me neither, but I kind of like it because, I mean, I think there are a lot of kids who love to cook, especially when you have popular shows on TV like
right.
Chef, what's it called? Chef Junior?
Chopped.
Chef? Huh?
Chopped is what we used to watch.
Right.
Chopped Junior.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, that's fun. That is on the Around the Ozarks event calendar, which you can find at aroundtheozarks.com. Also there, you will see a tab for contest. And you can go right now and enter to win a family 4-pack to Adventure Seekers Branson. We have been giving away a family 4-pack each week of this month. And that gets you into Adventure Seekers, which is a super cool indoor gaming place. They have arcades, they have flight simulators, they have all sorts of games and fun to be had. So go check it out.
Looks like a fantastic place. Kids would love it, and adults would be happy that the kids love it.
Yeah, no doubt.
I guess we should tell you what happened here over the weekend. We have now a 16-year-old daughter, and on Friday, I took her to get a driver's license.
That is crazy.
And immediately she took her brother and sister out, and they thought they were so cool. They went and got a cool coffee. They went to Walmart. They went to not Sports Authority, Sports Academy. They just the mall. I think they hit the town for a little while.
It is the craziest thing to watch them drive away.
Right.
It's really, really wild. And I know a lot of parents in the audience and grandparents have already watched this happen a few times over, but we are first, okay?
Yeah.
This is a first for us.
First time.
So it was exciting and scary. And you got to let them fly. You train them to fly, in fact. That's what you do. You train them up to fly.
Well, I worked on it. And then you pray a lot.
And you pray a lot.
Yeah.
Ethan's out there anointing the car with oil. Pour a little oil on. Pray over that thing. Amen. It's scary and exciting.
But, she was a pretty good driver in practice. She passed her test with flying colors. So I don't want to jinx anything, but I think she's a good driver. She'll do well.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's weird, but nice because the girls practice swimming sometimes at 5 a.m. So
So Ethan's excited about that because I'm at work sometimes here. We got this to do. There's all sorts of things going on at 5 a.m., believe it or not. So
before or after, it gives me a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's sometimes difficult. So yeah, it's exciting.
All right. That's us. That's what's going on. That's the news.
That's it. That's us in a nutshell. And we hope you have a fantastic Monday. Thank you so much for joining us. And we do hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. It is June 16th, and we are waking up with really warm temperatures across the Ozarks this morning. Numbers are in the upper 60s. It is a mild start to the day for sure. And it's going to be hot by this afternoon. We've got the sunshine coming back today with a high temperature near 86 degrees. Partial sunshine. It will be feeling like summer in full swing across the Ozarks. We were dealing with some cloud cover, some humidity, and some rain across the area on Father's Day yesterday. The rain now gone, that ending overnight, but what we're left with this morning is a bit of patchy fog, so do be mindful of that if you're heading out early this morning. There are a few visibility issues. The ground just got a lot of moisture in it, and we are going to see that in the form of fog this morning. So take it slow this morning, especially if you live in a low-lying spot, a place that got a lot of rain. You may see a bit more than other locations. What I'm watching for today is just kind of the heat. I think we'll have a good deal of humidity around as well. And overall, the big trend this week is going to be talking about building that heat and humidity. This is really kind of our first push of summer air that I see coming our direction in this forecast. And with the summer temperatures, the high humidity, with that comes the opportunity for some showers and thunderstorms, and we will certainly have a handful of storms to deal with this week, but nothing that looks like these kind of all-day washouts like what we had to wrap up the week last week. Warming trend in the forecast for us early this week, 86 for that high temperature today with partial sunshine. As we head into later parts of the week, the heat builds even more. Heat index values will easily be 90 to 100 degrees Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Our actual high temperature may be pushing 90 by tomorrow too. So we are definitely looking at a hot week ahead in the forecast. Today's actually one of the coolest in the forecast. If you absolutely have to get something done this week, if it's not too wet, go ahead, get the grass cut today. And of course, you'll want to choose the morning hours or the evening hours because that's when the temperatures are a little bit more tolerable, even though numbers this morning are starting off near 70 degrees in many spots. That's kind of the problem this week. We don't have lows that cool off too much. So with lows staying near 70 degrees, sure doesn't take much to heat things up even more. And we see temperatures get into the upper 80s and low 90s with ease in the afternoon. Hot and humid weather are going to make things feel like the 90s. That could be possible even today, but I think definitely the second half of the week will be oppressive in the Ozarks. Make sure you have a way to cool down if you have to be outdoors for the second half of the work week forecast. I have highs climbing to near 90 in Springfield tomorrow, and then there's a chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Now, I have to tell you, this is a conditional chance for showers and thunderstorms, meaning all the right ingredients have to line up. So I don't think everybody gets storms in the forecast tomorrow night, but where they develop, they could be a bit on the strong side, and that could lead us through Tuesday night into early Wednesday of this week as well. Rain chances, they're going to be out there nearly at a daily chance because of the overall setup in the forecast. I think the timing of the highest coverage on Tuesday will be the evening hours, the overnight hours. We'll also see another opportunity for an evening overnight chance for some showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. There could be a pop-up shower or thunderstorm today, but I think those will be the exception rather than the rule. The potential for severe weather late on Tuesday, well, the atmosphere looks conducive for storms, but there's still a bit of a question mark with if they develop and where that happens. I really think it's the Kansas City area and closer to central Missouri, northwestern counties in the Ozarks that see the better chance for some strong storms, but the exact timing still a bit in question here. I think it will be tomorrow night into the overnight hours, and that's when there could be some strong storms that are capable of producing some locally really heavy downpours and maybe even some hail. Around the country, what's making headlines to kick off the new week? Well, there's a flash flood threat for portions of the central and southern plains today. That's going to move even further east into the Ohio River Valley tomorrow. We've got severe thunderstorms for parts of the Midwest on Tuesday, and then we've also going to see the significant heat for the southern Rockies and the desert Southwest. It's going to get real hot again out west as a big ridge of high pressure builds in and kind of takes over that weather pattern. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you with last week was this: which tropical weather phenomenon, often associated with hurricanes, can sometimes form a secondary eye, that's the center of the storm, leading to unpredictable intensification? Do you think that's A, storm surge, B, eye wall replacement cycle, C, trade wind inversion, or D, monsoon trough? Have you heard of this term? You probably have. If you watch weather on TV, broadcast meteorologists oftentimes looking at hurricanes for this eye wall replacement cycle. That's when you kind of see the storm. You're thinking, oh, is the storm weakening? Is that what's happening? Oh, no, it's actually powering up again. You get this whole cycling of the eye wall, which can intensify storms. And sometimes you see them jump category strength when this happens, when they go through that eye wall replacement cycle. So congrats if B was your choice. Here's the trivia question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. What is the term for rapid intensification of a tropical cyclone? Defined as an increase in sustained wind speed of at least 35 miles per hour in 24 hours. The term for rapid intensification of a tropical cyclone. Do you think it is A, strengthening, B, explosive cyclogenesis, C, rapid deepening, or D, storm pulse? You can put your knowledge, your tropical weather knowledge to the test. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Enter our Brain Twister Trivia contest there. Just click on contests from the website. Thanks so much for starting off your new week here with Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Find a way to stay cool today and all week long. I'll be back to chat with you more tomorrow morning about those strong storms heading our way. Thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet.